Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being at the channel today. And for those of you that are not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you find the content that I provide beneficial, please hit that like button as well. Now, our topic for you today, it's the most controversial gym sales management strategies, the most controversial sales management strategies that we see being done in gyms. Here's number one. Number one controversial strategy. Sales commissions don't work. Sales commissions don't work. And one of the truisms of management is we want to create an environment that allows a motivated person to act. And of course, the great benefit behind commissions is it's paid based on performance. For you as an owner, you only pay it when something good happens and you have the right folks in there and you're creating that right environment. This can be a boom for your business. Now, I talk to a lot of folks that say, well, Jim, commissions don't work. We just have our front desk staff do it. And front desk staff, in most cases, they didn't sign up for that. They do it amongst other duties that they have. It's not a singular focus of what they're trying to do, and it rarely proves to be the right idea. So controversial strategy number one is sales commissions don't work. If you don't have one, I want to suggest that you get one. Number two, controversial strategies, salespeople shouldn't cold call. Is cold call difficult? Yeah, sure. It's going to take some time and effort to pull that off, but you absolutely want to do this. And you get a lot of folks that don't answer the phone. I know I don't answer my phone a lot. I'm sure a lot of other folks, don't answer their phone a lot. But there's different strategies that you can use to kind of warm this up. Now, I'll give you an example. We might do like a door hanger campaign, or we might do a direct mail campaign. And so it's targeted. We know the streets that it's going to. We know the homes, that are receiving this information. And, we can go get a cold directory is kind of what I know it as. But it's a crisscross. You can kind of look it up in reverse. So here's the streets we went on. Here's the phone numbers. We can call them up. Okay, so you can call folks at their homes, and a lot of times we'll call them up, and many times you're leaving a message, but make sure it's an impactful message. Hey Mary, this is Jim Thomas over here at the local fitness center, and reason I'm calling is I wanted to make sure that you had received that special membership invitation we had delivered to your home earlier today. It's a great way to warm up a cold call. Or even in business, even still, we might fax. I know a lot of folks don't fax as much anymore, but there's plenty of fax numbers out there. We'll fax over a special offer to a business, and then later that day we'll follow up. Hey Mary, this is Jim Thomas over here at the local fitness center. I was calling to make sure you had received that special membership invitation we had sent over to your company earlier this morning. And so those are some ways that we handle this to kind of warm up that so-called cold call. But here's the reality. People cannot do business with you unless they know who you are. You're going to have to reach out to them at some level. And, the biggest issue that I think that most folks have with cold calls is, kind of the rejection nature of it. But if we're looking for things to kind of warm this up, and if we're trying to view ourselves as more of a resource center, this can work very well for you. So that's controversial strategy number two, is that salespeople shouldn't cold call. Number three, fire the worst performers regularly. On a regular basis, fire the worst performers. Okay, and for me, this is a highly controversial topic. Here's how I look at this. There's two things. Number one, our job is to give 100% of our efforts to make someone as good as they can be. Okay, they're struggling, okay? But our job is to give 100% of our efforts to make these folks as good as they can be. Now, as soon as we feel we can't do that, that's when they should be let go. Okay, because I'm putting the accountability right here. Okay, I'm the one that hired them. I'm the one that trained them. Okay, it's my job to give 100% to make them as good as they can be. And so that's number one. Okay, number two, everybody else that's working in your facility, when they see somebody let go, they kind of visualize, hey, that's how I'm going to be treated. Okay, and that's not the morale. That's not what you're looking for. And again, one of the worst strategies is, folks, well, hey, you didn't produce this month, so you're gone. And that's not going to create the environment that you want. So, my mindset on this is it's up to us to give 100% of ourselves to make folks as good as they can be. But the number three controversial strategy is you fire the worst performers on a regular basis. Number four, this is one of my all-time favorites here. Marketing is a waste of time. Marketing is a waste of time. It just doesn't work. And I had a client one time, we were talking about this, and he said, Jim, you're going to have to convince me of this one. I just can't see the benefit in this. And let me give you some benefits, okay? The first benefit that we know of, okay, when you market, when you advertise, we want the door to swing, we want the phone to ring, we want the email to ding, the text to ping, and as a client of mine says, we do all that so we can get the cash register to ring. We want traffic flow. Okay, we want traffic flow, and part of what you're trying to do with a marketing program, is you're attempting to overcome obscurity. You want everybody in your marketplace, to know who you are. So that'd be reason number one. Okay. Number two, this is a great way to keep the competition back on their heels. Okay. This is a great way to keep the pressure on them. Okay. This is a great way to stay in front of your members. Okay. Because if you're not marketing, guess what they're going to see? They're going to see your competition's marketing. Okay, and this is also a great way to support a dedicated sales team. So there's a lot of reasons to do it, but this is another controversial management strategy that I see frequently. Marketing is a waste of time. You're going to have to convince me that we need to be doing that. And then controversial strategy number 5 is leave your ethics at the door. Okay. And, it's really the absence of integrity. And there's too much, many times when you find yourself in this situation, it's kind of whatever it takes, okay? That no one walks mentality. And, the best advice I can give you here is you want to do the right thing when no one's watching. That's the real advice here. But you want to be an ethical salesperson. You want to have, this is part of your branding. When people, hear your name, they see what you do, what they think of you, that's your brand. And one of the things that I've seen over and over is you get what I always refer to as locker room talk. People are talking, I got this deal, I got this deal. I mean, I can remember a club that opened up years ago, that big, beautiful club, and I don't think anybody in that place, paid the same rate. And it caused all sorts of issues for that group, and they eventually, they failed because there was a lack of trust, in the community, and trust is first and foremost here. So, 5 controversial strategies that I see, that I come across. Okay, take a look at those. Do you fall into any of those? And if that's worth a conversation, hit me up. There's some links below. The phone numbers, text, happy to talk about some of this to give you some at least my thoughts on how we should be approaching this. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Hope you found the information beneficial today. Hope you all have a great day.